I just started my session, let's say, with writing some notes down on my notepad. I realized some leaks in my game and some things that I can improve, and I just wrote them down, and I will focus to improve on those, both pre-flop and post-flop, because I felt that I was trying to bluff and to 3-bet ranges that were too strong. Here we'll 3-bet almost always with ace queen offsuit. And against the 4-bet, I think in GTO it might be a call. In reality, I prefer to fold. This hand against the recreational, I think it makes a nice 3-bet here. We have the post-flop edge. And against the 4-bet jam, we just fold. Here we fold against the 4-bet jam. Against the 3x raise, I think pocket nines I will almost always call here. I think on this board we might. I'm not sure if this guy is c-betting. He might be c-betting, so we'll check. Because if he over c-bets, it's no problem. And here I think his range is quite ace high heavy, so against that range I want to have just a 1/3 size. I could also overbet, but I think 1/3 it just makes it easier. And here on the river I think I'll just go small again to force some calls from some ace highs. I think it's just fine. Nice. King queen suited will go for the 4-bet here. And on king high board we just go for a range bet on the flop. And on this run out, I think jamming is fine with king queen, because he can have jacks, 10s, 9s with a club. So jamming here, I think it's fine. I prefer to jam ace king, but still king queen I think it's fine to jam. He might even call with king jack, king 10 here. Flop is okay, I think. Ace king I check, ace jack I bet more often, because this guy can have ace jack hearts. This guy can, I mean they can have better aces in their calling range pre-flop, so I just prefer to put pressure right now on that range. Turn is super good. Do I want to check this one? I think I want to bet small and keep the initiative here. And here, I think... Yeah, raising is fine, to be honest. He raises, so we'll just get the money in here. Nice. Here I'm just giving up. Come on, let's go. Last day of the month. Let's get some money back because last 3 days we lost almost each session. Yeah, I mean it's a normal swing for Russian cash, but yeah, still not good. Like after the month was quite good to end up in a bad way. But yeah, it happens. Nothing we can do. We just grind. Decent thing I want to check this time. Low frequency 4-bet here, I mean, I think super low. But this guy is 3-betting too much. Flop, I'm gonna start with a C-bet. With king off with a club, he can fold ace jack hearts, ace queen spades, yeah, like a lot of like better hands. Because I also think that he's calling maybe wider pre-flop against the 4-bet, so. We continue checking and probably value betting the river for a small size. I mean, we'll just go one blind here. Starting off with a flop c-bet here. Against the recreation, I will 3-bet here, king queen offsuit. So I'm looking to 3-bet way more often against weak regs and against recreationals and try to reduce the times that I'm 3-betting against strong players. Queen 10, we'll just go something like smaller here. I don't think he will adapt. And he snapped 4 bets, I'm just gonna fold Queen 10 suited. Jack 9 will go for the squeeze here. Pocket ace I'm gonna open. Against the 4 bet I'm just gonna fold. Don't mind 3-betting this hand here. I mean, yeah, this time I'm gonna call. Just go for the call on the flop against the big bet. He still overbets the turn. I think this hand it's a clear call. Not know anything about this player, so I think I'm just gonna proceed by calling against some players that I think that are barreling to draw heavy here. I might also find some raises, but yeah, this time I'll just call. And the river is interesting because it reduces the combos of pocket 3s in his range. I'm blocking pocket 4s, so it will be pretty interesting on the river. I expect his draws to give up. Okay, nice. Da. Da, evidently. Ace king going for the 3-bet. He cold calls in position. I think overbetting this one is fine out of position. Delay overbetting. Because I put pressure on 8s, 9s. He can also have ace queen that will fold. He can also have ace king in this spot. And yeah, like, because I'm out of position, I prefer to bluff my hand. Because the EV in the check line is not that high, because I might check and he can just bet. And yeah, I have nothing to do. I mean I could go for the check raise, but it's a bit spicy as it depends on his sizing and yeah, on the stack depth. So I prefer to bet myself on the turn after I cap him on the flop because he checked back, so he's quite capped. So I mean even 8s and 9s, I think they step the flop at a quite high frequency here, expanding my 3-betting range against the wide opener. Here I will check and go for the delay c-bet. Gonna check again, and river I will go for a, yeah, he goes for a big bet. I don't think he's bluffing, so yeah, I think we just saved some money by not c-betting the flop there. I mean, in wide configurations, I think it's super good, like especially when you 3-bet wider than you should. In position, it's nice to check back the flop a lot and then to go with the delay c-bet, because I think people do a very bad job at probing the turn. So defending against the flop c-bets, I think it's fine. They still not check raise enough, so yeah, on some boards we could just range bet, which is fine. But on other boards, I think there is huge value in checking back, because they on the turn they will play pretty bad, and you can exploit that. Here 7-6 I will 3-bet this time. Here I think bluffing this hand, it's still fine. Yeah, on this board I'll just go range. And with some extra equity, I think I will just barrel the turn, because he can fold ace jack, ace queen. And here river, I'm just going to bluff my hand. Salutare! M-am calculat câte puncte fac pe oră la 2 mese și gen fac 1000 de gemuri într-o oră la 2 mese. S-ar putea ca sistemul să fie resetat sistemul ăsta de PVI, deci, adică să am PVI area 1, ceea ce e bine și pot să granduiesc mai mult. Și nu știu exact cât rakeback e, că e greu să aproximez momentan. Trebuie numai să mă uit cam câte gemuri fac pe oră și cât de mult scade PVI-ul. Și cash out o să-l fac numai la final de an. Nu, o să țin tot banii pe cont și dau la final de an, pentru că merită mult mai mult așa. Adică chiar calculasem că gen dacă ai scoate cashback-ul lună de lună, în loc să-i lași și până la final de an, primești cred că cu vreo 10-20% mai puțin rakeback, știi? Și atunci nu prea merită să faci chestia asta. Adică dacă ai răbdare, poți să lași până la final de an. Și dacă nu depinzi de banii aia, și să iei mult mai mult față de cât ai luat, dacă granduiești tot anul. Here I think we might also have some overbets. I don't think he has queen x that often, so going to export, forcing him like his king and ace out. I think if I just overbet like 150, like he could just click call with an ace, but to export it's a bit, yeah, psychologically I think it's tougher for them to call. Pocket 9 is here in position, always calling. Nice flop. Here I'm just going to range bet a quarter. He goes for the big bet. If I make a huge raise, he might think I have a draw here. Do I want to raise against... His bet is quite polarized. Yeah, but still, I'm just going to raise this one. Pretty big. And he folds. Yeah, I'm not sure how good he is of a player because I have no notes on him. I don't have him marked. So when a player uses a polarized sizing in these spots, I think it's not polarized. It's more like just strong hands, like 90% of the range. So against such a strong range, I just wanna put the money in as fast as possible and yeah, get it in with my nutted hands. So yeah, that's why I check raise the flop there. I think Jack 10 here, it's a good 3-bet because he's opening, I mean, he's playing 33-25. He just calls flop. Let's go for the check this time. I don't think I have to c-bet always, or... Yeah, actually I do. Yeah, actually I think I want to c-bet more often than not. I want to put pressure here. We'll play 3/4 for check and queen 10, like 2 of us, backdoor. It's a nice. And against the 3x check raise, I think I still have to continue. It's not that exciting, but I think I have to call one. Ace, yeah, he snap bets half pot. Yeah, we're just gonna fold. Nothing to do. These dry boards, even multi, I prefer to c-bet at a decent frequency. Here, this hand, probably I'm going to bet. Okay, here we just continue with yeah, I think 3/4 it's fine. Here I will step this time. Turn I have a clear value bet. Against the recreational, I will just go big, and depending on the runout, I might even jam the river. Of course, not in this runout. Recreational cold calls, we are a bit deeper, which is nice. And now again we flop a flush draw, but this time it's different than the last time. Like, this board connects quite well with their cold calling range pre-flop. So I think, do I want to raise this one? Yeah, I think with 1 overcard I will just call. I think both options are fine, and we hit our flush, which is amazing. Just going to continue calling here, and on the river his size is up. The thing is that he can also have 10s, he can have 5s. Yeah, he can have full houses when the board pairs, but do I want to jam and get rid from king queen, king 10 clubs, queen jack clubs? Let's think about it. He has tens and fives. It's like 6 combos in total that beats us, and he also has like king jack, king 10, queen 10, queen jack. Yeah, against the fish I'll go max value here. Nice. Now on this runout, overbet or check, and queen 9 with a heart. I think it's a clear overbet. And here I think I'll just give up. Here I have a clear overbet to king 5. Okay, we check raise on this flop. Going to flick in the call. Here with this guy deep, I think I will also call exploitatively. Turn is nice. Here he continues small. I mean, do I want to jam this one? It's my highest equity draw basically, and I mean I have 4-5 also. Then I'm just gonna call. And here This is interesting. He goes for such a small sizing. Yeah, I'll just fold this time. But keep this in mind. Just going to bluff the river here. Here going to delay over by the turn, pressuring out all under pairs, and now I'll just continue on a diamond. As spade, I'm just gonna check down. Yeah, I mean, when he calls the overbet on the turn, he's basically only having an ace, and on the river I will continue just on a diamond to continue put pressure on an ace. So yeah, nothing I can do really. Maybe there is an idea that I could bet the flop more often against weak opponents, rather than just playing my strategy of range checking. Here, this hand I'm going for the check on the flop. Turn is super beautiful. Just go for the bet. He snap calls, and river I think I can overbet. And he calls. Queen 9, nice cooler. We isolate here against the recreational and facing a big donk, which is fold. 10-8 suited, going for the 3-bet. Interesting flop. Gonna end up betting more often than not, especially 10-8, because we fold out a bunch of overcards by betting here. I don't expect to get raised too often, and I don't mind bet folding this hand. Pocket tens this time going for the 3-bet here, even a bit deeper, no problem. Gonna start off with a range bet. Take it down. Here we just jam pre-flop because he's aggressive, he has a wide 4-bet range. Yeah, I mean against aggressive players, trapping is not a problem, but I think it's bad playing ace king offsuit out of position in this lineup. Have a classic flip, he doesn't want to run it twice. And here I've just checked down, I don't think I mean it's too thin to value bet the river. Ace on the river, baby. Ace on the river. Ace queen offsuit gonna call. Against the big flop check raise, I still think I wanna call this. I'm dominating all his draws like 5-8, 5-7, 7-8, 10-8, stuff like that. Flatting ace queen off here, I don't think it's a problem. And actually I can... Okay, we're just gonna call. And turn, I think my step size should be big. I will just stab here. I mean, I'm not... This is not a... Like a... this is just a bluff. I want him to fold like 7-8, 7-9, 7-10 because those hands can bluff me when I check back. And in the same time, I deny equity from them. So I don't mind betting this. And on the river, I think I have a clear jam against hands like king queen. I'm blocking king jack, and I don't think he has ace king. So yeah, I think here I'm just going for the jam on the river. Nice. Here we called 4-bet. On the flop, we'll just go 1/3 here. I think that this is fine. Out of position, I would have gone half pot. In position, 1/3. Here we can value raise queen jack. Turn. I think sizing should be something like 2/3. With two possible flush draws, I still think I want to bet my hand. He can call ace queen spades, ace king spades. I mean, he will call pocket queens, of course, which is kind of bad, but yeah, I don't mind. And on the river, I think I have a clear check back. I have some showdown value against ace high miss flush draws. I will lose to queens occasionally and sometimes kings. And yeah, we just check back. King 10, that's nice. I'm pretty happy that I did bet that turn with those many possible draws, and I choose the correct sizing, which is 3/4 there. Against an aggressive opponent, this is kind of the hand that I want to check the flop and start bluffing on the turn. And on the turn, still gonna check this one. And delaying my bluff to the river. Yeah, we just fold, totally fine. I mean, I know he's aggressive, but I'm just gonna let him this time with such a hand. I think I did the exploit pre-flop by 3-betting wider, and then yeah, we played it okay. I mean, if I'm delay c-betting, and especially against him, I don't want to use small sizings on the turn. I just want to use big sizings. And yeah, like my hand could, I consider that it could have not gone for a big size. I will take a look anyway later in GTO. A4 suited RnG low. This time I'm going for the 3-bet. 8-6 suited is the table I will open because I have a bunch of passive pairs acting behind. We get a big 4-bet and just fold, no problem. It seems to be a recreation and he plays quite wide, so I'm gonna 3-bet much wider here. Okay, this guy is definitely here I like betting 9-7 because for a small size, just to keep their ranges a bit wide. And I think now on the turn, okay, when he leads, I'll just call with his hand. I don't think anything else to do. So we basically just call and river. It's super nice. We'll just jam. Here, snap call a king if he has a king. I mean, if he has pocket eights, he will also call. But I think he might be just weak. Something like pocket tens, maybe pocket jacks. Here, going for the flop range bet. On this turn, we'll play overbets or checks, and king 8 goes for the check. Here we'll 3-bet slightly smaller against the short stacker. I mean, he's playing tight pre-flop, but he will also play tight post-flop, so I don't mind betting this hand. I will always bet against him because he will fold ace-queen diamonds, ace-jack diamonds. And here I think king 8 is actually worth a 3/4 spot bet. A6 offsuit, mostly going for the 3-bet here. Not having an aggressive squeezer behind me makes me want to develop a cold calling range, the cutoff. Here flop, I'm just going for a third for the benefits of equity denial. On the turn, I think, do I want to bluff this hand? Yeah, I think on a queen now, I will just check back. Here queen 10, a king 10, it has enough showdown value. Here I think I'll just fold this one. This net bets half pot, so what does he want to tell me? That he has an ace? Maybe a weak ace here that might fold. Yeah, I'll just fold this time. I have better bluffs in this line. Six-five suited, going for the squeeze here. Pretty big as I'm deep with both of them. Nice. Queen 10 suited, mainly calling. Against a quarter, I think it's a bit close, but yeah, I will flat this time. I mean, it's super close here. I think in theory it might be a fold, but because they will check fold too much on the turn, like this is the population tendencies, I think we have a better call on the flop. But now on a spade run out, I just want to check back, and if river he checks again, I will just bluff, because I think he might have an ace here, so we checks quite a lot. And now we got the queen, which is okay. And now we have enough showdown value. We beat king 10, king jack. I think his bluffs with a spade would bluff the turn. Yeah, so just gonna check down. Yeah, I mean, it's about the new rakeback system. I think it's better. It's better rakeback, and it's beneficial for both GG and the players. And okay, here I think against him I'm just going to fold because he's too tight. So it's more rakeback, but the only drawback is that you have to keep the money on the side for the whole year to receive the maximum possible rakeback that you can. I mean, if you cash back each month, I've already said, if you cash back each month, you'll get like maybe 15 or 20% less rakeback than if you cash at the end of the year. So yeah, I mean cashing out at the end of the year, I would say it's fine. I will do it. As long as you don't need that money, it's fine. Here he pots it. I mean, he's definitely a recreational, but he pots this one. I think with the 10 of hearts, I will call one. Gonna check, and he jams here. I mean, what do you have here? So he's either a whale, or he's just having the ace of hearts, which is interesting. I'm blocking jack 10. I have to think about this one. The problem here is that I don't think that the ace of hearts takes this line. To be honest, I don't think the ace of hearts takes this line, or the jack of hearts. So yeah, I will flick in the call and see. Yeah, like he's just a whale. So yeah, like when this line happens, when the line does not make any sense, and if you know that he's only gonna play the nutted part of his range completely different, I mean, you can just go for calling wider. The same on the river. Like if you arrive in a line where your opponent like would not play the nutted hands in that way, and you face aggression on the river, you can basically you can overcall a bit. Here just going to bet big with queen 10 off, with queen jack suited. And he folds. Unlucky. And yeah, here just gonna check fold. He will. Okay. I think that here I want, if I have a straight, I want overbet probably. Okay, he played it quite face up, which surprises me. Here going for the big 3-bet with pocket kings. Ace queen off. I think ace queen off here might jam sometimes because he still has pocket tens, pocket jacks here. Do I want to jam this one? Is the question. It makes it small. Let's say I RNG and I jam 25% of the time. Okay, this time I'm just gonna fold. It depends on the stakes. The higher you go, the tougher they are, of course. And yeah, the more rakeback grinders. But in the same time, if you play for win rate and not for rakeback, like almost all players, I mean, you can do decent in these games. I think you can win. I'm not sure about the rush format, because in the rush pool I only know 2 winners pre-rakeback, so I know only 2 winners. And yeah, most of the regs are rakeback grinders. So yeah, if you play, I mean, this is probably the highest EV in terms of money. Okay, here we face the click 4-bet. I think I just have the odds to call here in position, even with this shitty hand. Yeah, I'll just call with 9-7. Here I'm just gonna check. So yeah, basically I think the games are quite tough and yeah, definitely beatable, but you have to study a lot and pay attention to the spots. And yeah, I think in these games there are 2 approaches. The first one, which like most people do, it's like rakeback grinding, like putting a lot of volume, trying to not to lose that much pre-rakeback. Like you have between 0 and -2 BB, and then you win a lot from rakeback, which is a lot of money, I would say, especially if you play NL500 plus. Or you can go for the second approach, like playing lower volume, combining sides. I mean, playing NL500 plus, combining sides, and then you have a win rate. Yeah. About win rates, I don't know what to say. I mean, let's say you have 2-3 BBs for 100, but that's still some money, but you don't get as much from the rakeback. In the same time, I would say that the big advantage of playing for win rate and lower volume is that if you have a higher win rate, you will have lower swings pre-rakeback. So and yeah, I mean, at least for me as a player, psychologically, if I know that I'm playing a losing game like -1 or -2 BB and just rakeback grinding, it's not a thing for me, because I want to know that I improve and that it's possible that I beat the games. So yeah, it depends a lot. But a lot of things can change. Yeah, I cannot say. I mean, maybe at one point I will just come back to rakeback grinding and yeah, just don't care about win rate that much. But yeah, you never know in this game. I rambled a lot, but all in all, yeah, games are tough. Here I like to go, I could even go 3/4 to be honest, with ace jack of clubs, blocking pocket jacks. I think it's a nice bet here. On the jack, I still think I wanna play 3/4 or check, but this guy might just fold, so I will play bet check bet here, looking to get calls by 10s in this spot and 8s if I go bet check bet. And the river, Yeah, I think betting big is fine. If I bet pot or overbet, he might just overcall. So against the station, I might see myself triple barreling or bet check overbetting the river. And the problem is that this guy clicks it, so here I will never call. I mean, I get a super good price, but I'm pretty sure I'm never good, so I'll just take my loss here, and yeah, just live to see another day. Yeah, he probably had pocket nines. I think overbet jamming pocket fours here it's fine, because I'll fold a bunch of jack X, kings, queens, tens, eights. I'll not have that many bluffs in this line, apart from fours, fives, and maybe 3-4. I know that I want to have a diamond and I start bluffing the river, but to be honest, I don't care that much about blockers and unblockers, because I think his range is super capped in this line, so I will just go ahead and bluff my hand. Here I'm just gonna fold against the lead. I mean, in spots where people are capped and against four tablers, it's fine to just bluff your hand if you think that there is a profitable bluff. Yeah, I'm just going to overbet jam this one. Yeah, and here on the river, I will just raise my hand. I just want to unblock his pockets with a club. Here, betting pocket sevens almost always. Thank you, mate, for the offer. At the moment, I'm fine because I have a lot of study material to go through. I have to be honest, nowadays I'm studying a lot, like, I mean, not that studying, but I'm watching like Play It Smart content, Uri Pele content, and Saulo Costa. I think these three are kind of the best for me, and yeah, I like their content quite a lot, so I still have a lot of content to watch, but thank you anyway for the offer. Here I'm gonna still value bet my hand. I can still get called by 5 6s, 8 7, 8 6, and yeah, on the river nothing I can do but fall, but check. Yeah, okay, I was behind all the time, and here on the river just going to overbet king queen. He calls, and the river, I have a clear check back probably. I mean, the thing is that if I bet here with the queen of clubs, I can still get called by king 10, king jack in this line. And he doesn't have that many flushes, I think maybe ace 5, ace 4. Yeah, I think I'll just go for an exploitative value bet against him. I mean, it might seem thin, but I will go for it. And if I get raised, I mean, it is what it is. But I still think he can call king jack hearts, king 10 hearts, king 9 hearts. So he might have also some king x that calls here. It might seem too thin, but we had also some dynamics where he folded on the river against my aggression. So yeah, this time he will probably overcall by a bit. Okay, here, yeah, went deeper. I will just play more polarized on the flop, and yeah, here I think, yeah, I'm not so concerned about those three. So yeah, I'm just going to overbet this one. And river, I think I can give up. I'm not sure. He has ace 10, no problem. I'm really curious how am I supposed to play my hand on the river. We'll take a look later. King 10 against an aggressive guy. I might find some 3-bets here. Some 4-bets against his 3-bet. Because I know he has like quite a high 3-bet range. And yeah, we just fold against 5-bet, no problem. Thank you very much. Yeah, doing quite okay today. Good day. Just caught some fish and took their money. And here turn, I think I just want to overbet. With my hand. Max amount of fold equity. Yeah, Jackson, I think here I could lead, no problem. Turn is okay. I will lead now. Yeah, I think, yeah, just calling probably is fine. I mean, raising, it's tough because I don't get value from that many worse hands. And when he pots this one, I'm just going to fold because I think his range is full of straights and full houses. Then it's gonna open here, and we just flop off a straight flush. I mean, it's the 4th time this week that we have a straight flush, and he just raises. I mean, this is amazing. What can go better? Here on the turn I will stab. I will not slow play this one. Yeah, and he snap raises again. Yeah, just calling again. Oh, he has pocket 7s now. And we get the bet big jackpot. Nice. This board, especially this deep, I will just play polarized and just check my worst hands. Here king 9, I have a clear call on the flop. Nice. Here I don't think I have a value bet, I will just check. Just gonna call king 9 here. Red betting the flop is fine. I'm blocking pocket queens. Here I still think I'm going to bet this one quite often. For maybe a third, maybe a quarter seems fine. He will call pocket jacks with a heart, pocket nines with a heart, 67s, 67s with a heart, and on the river I'm just gonna jam. Yeah, and on this one, do I want to jam this one in? I think because we had those dynamics where I bet on him a lot on the river and he just folded to my aggression. I think I'll just jam right now. He might call jacks with a heart, nines with a heart. It's even tough to find bluffs for me in this line, to be honest. What bluffs? Maybe ace-4 of clubs or something like that. Eight seven, adapting the sizing here. Again, it's likely to, yeah, I think he's a recreational or yeah, like a wannabe reg. Here ace queen suited clear, value 3-bet, value squeeze. Here I'm going for the 1/3 flop c-bet. I think on a king high it's standard. I mean I can c-bet quite often. And I have two options here to bet here, give up river, I think. But I think in the bet check bet line I will get more folds, and on the river he will tell me what he has. So I check, and if he checks now, I'll just bluff the river, making him fold jacks, tens, sixes, fours. Yeah, he's not wrapping that much with his size, but nothing I can do. Here I'll just not bluff because I think these ace-size boards are quite protected. Like the check-back range, it's quite protected. But I will just take a small break, make a hot drink and come back. Okay, back in the action. I think not even a 3x raise. I mean, yeah, I'll just call here. I'm not sure, but yeah, it seems too good for us not to call. Against half pot, I still think I have to call. Exploitative step here. Don't expect to get check raise bluffed, and I just get to realize my equity this way. And yeah, then I'm gonna check back on the river. Yeah, so this is a fish probably here. Yeah, we just go small. Here I think I'll just overbluff the river because I can fold out pocket 6s, 7s, 9s and ace high, better ace high. Yeah, he just so played queen x, yeah, it's fine, no problem. But when he checks twice, I expect queen x in his range to be too, like, a too small part of his range. So I don't mind overbluffing ace high in that spot. Jack 8, we'll play overbet or check here, Jack 8. It's definitely in our overbet range. I'm blocking ace-x calls. Turn double flush draw. I still think I'm going to overbet this one. I mean, I think I'm ahead more than probably 70% of the time. So I'll just go ahead and overbet this one again. He will have a bunch of ace-x diamonds that will call. I would have liked not to have the jack of clubs to unblock like jack x clubs that can call, but it's still fine. Here against half. Yeah, I'll just fold this one. Yeah, I'll just squeeze here. Yeah, maybe it seems too wide, but yeah, I prefer just to squeeze and make them fold some ace high, some pocket pairs and stuff like that. And you have no problem facing a 4-bet, just fold. And here I'll just give up because I think his range is too protected on ace high boards. This board, three-quarters or check, I think, yeah, ace-9, it's kind of the bottom, or yeah, ace-8, the bottom of the value bet range. Here, super exploited, we're gonna bet small on the turn and bluff the river. Yeah, now it's bad because he also makes some flushes, so I will just try to bluff him some of, like, I don't know, ace-6, ace-7, pocket 8s, pocket 9s. I'll just go for a small size here, and it is what it is. If he calls a diamond, he calls a diamond. Yeah, but he will fold a bunch of pairs. Yeah, so I'm happy bluffing, yeah. And here we just fold. King Jack suited will go for the squeeze here, and we'll choose a bigger sizing. We want to give them a worse price calling in position, and also we are deeper, so yeah. Queen 5, clear flop fold. This time I'm going to 4-bet this hand. I think it's a super low frequency, if not zero frequency play. But I'm just trying to pick him on his sizing tells, because he might just increase the sizing by a bit when having a nutted hand, and we are right. There we go, 1/3. Range checking this board here. He snap checks back, so he might have just a hand. Okay, ace-4 of spades. Going to start with a flop check back. Small 3-bet sizing here. I'll just go 5x when I'm 4-betting. So we 4-bet this time. We get it through. Here I think exploitatively overbetting this one is fine with the ace of clubs. And we continue just on a flush completing river basically, and then give up on the rest. Here pocket fives, probably just going to overbet myself on the turn, as I don't think he will delay c-bet too often. Here, super exploitative check raise, 1 over, backdoor, turn. I think on turn it's favorable for my range, but with this hand, having some equity against his overpair, overcard flush draw. Yeah, here I think I'll just value bet my 6x, and he might call aces, kings, queens, no problem. Here over limp with 7-5 suited. I'm gonna check this one. King 6 gonna flat against the sizing. For the 1/3 we're just gonna call. Gonna continue calling this one. You might have some bluffs like 8-9, 4-5, that we beat, and some random air. And because he's a station, yeah, I think I'm also gonna station him because he might overbluff. Okay, pocket queens. I didn't thought about it. I didn't think about that hand. And ace king here being deeper, I just want to put pressure myself and take the initiative, so I will just go for a big 4-bet. Because he has queens, jacks, and tens, what will he do now? He has just to call, and then I can just put pressure post flop on that range. Here 3-betting, much bigger as we are deeper. A7 is the table I will open. We isolate ace-jack suited. This guy calls flop. Yeah, just range betting basically. Turn, I still think I can go for the bet. Yeah, I still think with this hand I wanna go for the bet because he's gonna station me with any jack basically. And the river, I will just go for the overbet. He's gonna call me with jack X quite often. If I check, I don't see any reason. I mean, he will just bet. I mean, there is a missed flush draw, but I prefer betting myself here on this river. I could also have an all-in size here, but I think against overbet he might find a lot of calls with hands like 9-10, 7-10, Jack-10, then against the jam. Queen check here, going for the 3-bet, BBB. Yeah, I don't know why it crashed, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Yeah, now back on. It froze a bit because I'm extracting some files in my computer, so yeah. Maybe I'll just stop that. And here we're just calling position with king jack of hearts, and basically now we flop the world here. Let's just hope we hit. He goes super big, so I think he's at the top of his range, so jamming does not accomplish too much, I think. Just gonna call. I mean call and river whatever. Yeah, I still have to call this one. And yeah, river we have just to fold. Unlucky. Unlucky. Here basically just flat with king 5, and yeah, then we just play fit or fold post flop. So bad about that queen jack of hearts hand. I mean, we had that many outs. Pocket jacks here, 3-betting and calling off a jam. I mean, 50 BB deep. I mean, not even 50, like 44 BB deep. You have to stack off. Even though, yeah, his range will be quite off on this kind of hands. But yeah, knowing that he has also ace king in his range, just going to stack off. And the river just going to, yeah, triple barrel bluff this one. Against this guy I'm gonna call because, I mean, I don't expect him to have king queen plus because those hands will bet the flop more often. And in this line, yeah, just gonna station him down here. Okay, queen 3, yeah, he's a fish. I did not expect that hand. What a nice flop here. Just going to start a small c-bet. And he just, unfortunately, he just folds. Exploitative 1/3 on the turn. Going small here. Small on the turn too. He will still call a bunch of club hands. Here, this time I'm going to 3-bet king queen off. It can also be a call, but yeah, RNG low, I will 3-bet this time. And against the 4-bet we just fold. Here I don't think he will reopen the action too often, so I will just bet myself on the turn and basically overbet the river. Here turn again. I think we can use both overbets and small size, and 9-8 I think it wants to go into the small size. This board I'm usually range checking, but against this opponent I prefer to just bet my hand. Here there's some equity. Still gonna bet for 1/3. We get value from flush draws from 3x. And on the river, just going to check. And against this size, we're just gonna call. Okay, we were ahead till the river. Here we check call a small flop c-bet, and here on the river, I'll just check because even betting one blind, I don't think he will call anything worse. I mean, if the river is a low card, I would go for a small value bet, but on that run out, I think like his pocket pairs will mostly fold even against 1 BB. Because their limping range is quite weak and they will check fold, limp fold a lot. I will isolate close to any two here in the big blind. And then here on the flop, with this hand I will just bet. And I want him to fold overcards. And if he calls, we'll continue just on certain terms. But yeah, he raises, it's fine, we just fold, no problem. Having passive players behind, I would flat, especially being this deep. So flatting from cutoff, I think it's fine. Yeah, he 3-bets this time, he squeezes, but his squeeze is quite small, so I don't like his squeeze size. Against this small size, I think I will flat this time. And yeah, just check fold the flop. Here he checks back quite quickly. Here we check back. Still checking this one. And against the delay c-bet we just fold. Just overbets here. I mean, I'm blocking Jack 10. I'm blocking Queen 9. Pocket 9s. He could be floating the flop super wide here. Yeah, I think this time I'm gonna call. Yeah, exactly. Like I expect him to float the flop so wide here, that we need to station in this spot. Yeah, literally opening any two against this guy. And he made a sizing mistake there because, I mean, what you want... I mean, definitely he has some hands that can overbet the river there, but I think that the hands that want to overbet are not such a high percentage of his range. So I think that his value range wants to bet 75 there. So when he uses the overbet size, I think that he might just be bluffing. And I have the perfect bluff catcher there. I mean, of course, maybe having a club in my hand, but it's not possible because I don't have Jack 9 offsuit. Maybe Queen Jack off with a club, Queen 10 off with a club might be better bluff catchers, but yeah, I will just station that guy down in that spot. Okay, this guy 3-bets me. Yeah, I will just fold this time. I could also jam, but yeah, I think when the ranges are quite different. So when I isolate like to 5x and he 3-bets me, his range is much stronger than when I simply open the small blind. Being deeper, I could also use bigger sizings here. He snap calls, so yeah. I could check here. This one I could bet. If he, yeah, against this size, we're just gonna call. He might bet just a 10x or yeah, random hand. King deuce here, just gonna call. I think this one I'm allowed to overbet. And actually I'm allowed to overbet quite big because he will never check back 9-10 here, so I have the nut advantage on the turn. Then I'm allowed to use huge sizings. I'm gonna start off with a range bet here. Nine eight suited. We'll just call here in position against 4x 3-bet. Pocket sevens here will probably go broke. Here I will go for the 3-bet with pocket sevens. I mean, I think he's isolated quite wide here, so I'll just go for the 3-bet. Nice, we take it down. 9-8 suited going for the 3-bet here. Big blind against button. I will play polarized on this flop. Could also range bet. Both options are fine. Yeah, against this guy I think I'm gonna range bet because he seems quite kind of weak. And on the turn, I think I have a clear check. And check fold, it's fine. Here I would like to overbet or check. Yeah, he's kind of a recreational, so I think here we have plenty of showdown value against ace high and small pockets. Yeah, exactly. Here in a limp pot, we flop bottom two. Just gonna play them aggressive here against this guy. Pocket ace this deep, I will flat here. Da, exact, asta e faza. Adică vor să țină banii în sistem. Cam asta se întâmplă. Adică, na, cum ziceam, dacă dai cash out în fiecare lună, comparativ cu dacă dai cash out la final de an, câștigi, cred că cu vreo 10-20% mai puțin rakeback anual, ceea ce e enorm. Adică numai dacă faci un calcul și, de exemplu, joci... de exemplu, stai să mă gândesc. Normal, deja de la 200, dacă bagi foarte mult volum, grinderi ăștia care bagă mult volum la 200 și fac rakeback grind, de la 200 în sus, cred că fac request cam 20.000 pe lună, cam 25.000, deci pe an request cam în jur de 300.000. Așa... request în jur de 300.000. Asta înseamnă că dacă ai în jur de, să zicem, hai să ne gândim flat, zicem că ai un 30% rakeback, aia înseamnă cam către 90.000 din rakeback pe an. Adică, na, depinde foarte mult, am zis și eu niște numere așa mai eurea. Și aici, here we go for the overbet. Dar gen, e diferența. Adică nu e tot una ca la final de an să, nu știu, să ai 50.000 în rakeback sau 35.000, știi că totuși sunt 15.000 care se adună acolo. Here I will go twice for value. I mean, he can have pocket fours, but he can still have some ace king, ace jack, that's slow played. So ace queen, ace jack, that's slow played. Yeah, a6 exactly. Maybe a bit wider, a bit too wide open here. Well arranged by the flop. Turn, probably just going for the check. Here I'll just jam the river here, hope he folds a 10 basically. I don't think he ever folds an ace. Yeah, definitely not, but he still has 10x in his range that can. He has also 6-7, 9-8, 6-8. No problem. He opens 5.5, I'll just fold. Here I think I can start betting, building up the pot. Turn my hand is whatever, I can overbet, I can do anything here. I can also check back. He leads pot here. The problem is here that if I'm calling and a club comes, how often am I going to get called? I'll just fold. Here on the ace, barrel, quite high frequency, and I'm just going for the bigger size. I mean with value I would go half pot, but With a bluff, I'll just go 2/3 to maximize fold equity. I don't want to bet half pot. He calls with a queen, then river is a brick I have to give up, and yeah, and not knowing what to do on the river. So I think that going for the big size on the ace, it's fine against that specific player who I'm sure that he will overfold queen x against that size on the turn. Range checking this board. Turn just going for a super small delay, keeping his range wide and value betting twice for the small size. Here ace 3, I think it's a very low frequency call. Let's go for it this time. And when we flop a combo draw, we're just going for the check jam if he bets. Because check jamming here will make him fold ace king quite often, or ace jack offsuit if he has ace jack, even pocket jack sometimes from him. So yeah, I'm happy to stack off here. Nice. Here I think I will just overbet twice, looking to fold out ace jack and ace king by the river. Gonna end up soon, like maybe 10-15 more minutes. Half pot range here. And when he raises, I'm just gonna fold. Here I'm raising against this guy, blocking 6-7-5. I mean, I'm sure that this hand in G2 is a fold, but I think he will overprop the turn, so I don't mind betting it. Here against a 4-bet against this guy, I'll just call because I think I have some edge post-flop. And I will start stabbing the turn here. turn I don't mind betting this hand because I think I just want to put pressure on ace king, basically that calls the flop, so I don't mind betting it. And he will not check jam bluff me often enough, so yeah, if he check jams he's probably having an overpair, so I don't mind jamming this one, I mean betting this one on the turn. And on the river, yeah, I'll just check back with an 8, and it is what it is. Okay, he calls twice with ace king. We just got lucky. I did not expect him to call there with ace high, so yeah. Ace 9, clear call here. And turn it's not that good for my range as he has all jack 10 here in this line. Also some pocket queens, king queen. I'll just fold here, ace 9. I think it's a fine fold. Actually gonna stream for 45 minutes more as I have to wait for something, but still I'm gonna take a small break to eat something and then come back and stream. Okay, let's go on for roughly half an hour. Brought up some dessert here. We go ahead and check raising both sides. And it goes through. Here on the turn I will just continue with my highest equity draws, which is Queen Jack and some Jack 9 hearts, Queen 9 hearts. I think his 3-bet size is too small, so I don't mind going for the 4-bet with his hand, to be honest, because he will call some King Jack, King 10 sometimes. I mean, I think he will size up with his nutted hands. I might be wrong, I mean, you never know, but yeah, usually like when you are this deep you have to size up with your nutted. I mean, with your whole range. He clicks it. I think Ace Queen suited, it's one of the few hands that I call here. Probably I call pocket 10s plus Ace Queen suited. I think it's okay. We flop an ace, but we have to be very careful about this, because we might just get pulled by Ace King in this line. Here we'll call this time. We can also check raise, check call the flop. Prop is a brick. And here on the river, I'll just overbet my hand. Hey man, how are you? He goes 1/3. I think against 1/3 I'm still calling here. And on the river, just gonna lead small, to be honest. I mean, we want him to cry, call it ace-king. Okay, same hand. I'm doing all right, winning like 4 buy-ins, which is nice. This is the last session of this month. I will not play later. I will just play today, then take a walk, spend some time with family, and I'll try to go to bed a bit sooner than usual, as tomorrow at 12 p.m. I have a football match, a tough one, and I really want our team to win. Yeah, I just need to sign in on my WhatsApp on computer. King 10 here, I'll just give up on the flop. Here flop we start with a standard range bet for a quarter. We hit raise. We just fold. Pocket tens this time. Let's go for the call. And let's hope, what we can hope, that we get a 10, right? And we cooler his aces. Or we get another ace. Actually, another ace would be much better. He bet spot. It doesn't make any sense here. Against the 3/4, I would have check raised my hand and barrel off on the river. And here, to be honest, I mean, he has some ace queen. He has some clubs. But let's see. Yeah, I thought about leading here on the river. I mean, yeah, what can you do? There's a coffee call here. Here I start off with a range check. Here I think ace jack is worth an overbet. Actually, I think it's the bottom of my value bet range. Here king deuce. I think we can have some raises, it's true, but yeah, I prefer to deal with some 4x, 3x. I still think on the turn I have a call and a river. Actually, the 6 is quite bricky. So he can still have 7, 8, 8, 9 in his range. He can have, yeah, a bunch of 4x, 3x, yeah, ace 8. Why I suck, bro? Because I played it good, why? Yeah, these guys that are just getting frustrated. Ace-5 is gonna fold this time. Here I am going for a thin value bet on the river. Two premium hands. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the messages. I'm playing in a local league, so yeah, it's kind of mini football. So we play 6 against 6, and we are in the. It's just 2 divisions, and we are in the second one. And yeah, we just started this year, and we are kind of in the middle of the lead in the middle of the table. So yeah, I think that things will get better and better, so we definitely play better than in the beginning. But tomorrow we have a really tough match because we play against, I think, the place 4. I mean, they are 4th place. Healing praise, I just fold. Here it's just something exploitative. I think he's just over c-betting like half pot, like into 2 people. I mean, it does not make any sense. I'm blocking kings, queens. My outs are live, and yeah, I don't think that he will call the match. And yeah, when we get the 10 is, I think, the worst card in the deck, so we're just gonna check and give up. Anyway, the plan was like just 1 and done on the flop anyway, so yeah, no problem. Here he's opening quite wide. We'll go for a wide 3-betting position. And this is the beginning of the second leg, second leg fixtures. So we played with these guys in the last year in the beginning. It's actually the first. How can I say it? The first match of the second leg match is something like that. I'm not sure if I expressing it good. And we lead like 2-0 at the break, and then we lost 4-2. It was so painful. But we were unexperienced. Yeah, we didn't play that much together, but now we are much stronger. Here I think I will bluff pocket deuces, and I will use a 3x pot size. I think it's fine. I wanna fold 10x, weak ace x, stuff like that, 7s, 8s, 9s. 7-4 here, we just call the flop. And against the pot bet, I'm just folding the turn. Just going for the turn check raise because I think that he will over barrel the king first of all, and I will also second of all I will also pick a sizing that allows him to continue with his king x, putting me on a flush draw or continuing with his flushes. So yeah, he had the bluff side of his range. So my adjustment against Nitrex, it's like I play wider pre-flop, so I'm opening wider, I 3-bet wider, and in these spots, I prefer to, I mean, it depends a lot on the board. So for example, some boards I will just over c-bet against them, and some boards, especially in spots where my c-bet or my 3-bet range is wider, where my c-betting, where my 3-betting, so for example, I 3-bet button against cutoff and I'm 3-betting a lot, then I will split on a lot of boards. So for example, if the flop comes ace high, I will check a lot of my trash and delay c-bet because they play so bad on the turn. So I'm trying to exploit the mistakes they make. So first of all, they will make mistakes on some boards at the flop. They will not defend properly on the flop. And second of all, they will play very bad a turn when you check, because they will tell you what hand they have. So they will not slow play enough. They will overfold when they check. So I think these are the adjustments. You have always to think about in which line he will make the most mistakes and how you want to play it. For example, when you are in a single raise spot and you open, he calls, on a lot of like Broadway high boards, you can just range bet against them because they will make a bad job at defending against flop c bets. But if the board is kind of connecting and middling, you can just range check, and when they check to you, you just bet on the turn. So you exploit them by either c-betting too much on the flop or delay c-betting too much on the turn. And on the river, in a lot of cases, you can over bluff on the river. But if you want more details, you can just join my Discord and we can discuss there, or you can contact me like privately and I can give you some insights, because there is a lot of things that you can say about how to exploit the Nitregs. Here, bet raise. I don't like it, I'll just fold this one. I think it's, yeah, multi-way, it's not good to call. Ace queen, offsuit, going for the 3-bet here. And against good regs here, I just want to play polarized, and I think with this hand I can go 3/4. I think it's fine. Close to betting always ace queen here. Also just one combo of possible ace jack. starting off by range checking this board multi-way. Turn we are going to put in a value bet, or we can just call this one with the king of spades. Without a spade I might find some raises, but with the king of spades I think it's fine just to call. And on the river, depending on the situation, I might find some raises. Or yeah, against the pot bet, I will just call this one. Yeah, because he's nitty, so I'm gonna run too often in a flush, so value raising is out of the question there. Going to 3-bet ace queen suited, big blind against button. Against weak tight players, I might have some leads. So for example, Zigusek, this might be another way to exploit the recreationals developing a donking range on some flops, because they will fast play their value quite often and they will not bluff raise you often enough. So on these low boards that are very favorable for the out of position pre-flop caller, you wanna develop a donking range. And you just check, and he checks back. Like you see, he just calls ace high on the flop and he just checks down, and I won an extra like 1.2 BBs from donking the flop. Yeah, so it depends on the spot a lot, but usually people will say what they have. So you always have to, when you are triple barreling, you always have to picture in your mind the range that your opponent has. So you must see clear hands that fold, and you don't wanna block those ones, and you want to see hands that have clear calls, like nutted hands that you want to block with your hand, basically, when you have a bluff. But yeah, this is a broad topic, how to play against those players. Yeah, against some players with top kicker, you can go bet and check back the river. I mean, depending on the positions. Yeah, it's kind of complicated, but you can learn it a lot by playing and by discussing hands. So if you send me hands like in the Discord or something, I would be happy to answer to them. Ace jack off here. Going for the 4-bet. So again, look here, an exploit against weak players. So he gives me a super good price to call here on the river, but I will never call because when he bets here, I'm 100% sure that he has an ace here. So, or even like 8-7 or something like that. So I don't think I'm ever good here. So another exploit that you can do is just to overfold the river. I'm not sure if the Discord is working right now, maybe. Yeah, just let me... I will send you my Discord. Here, ace high, we always flat against the delay, and river... Yeah, I think we have a value raise, to be honest. Yeah, I need to edit the Discord. How can I say it? The Discord command so that you guys can join easier. Just give me a second. I will send you an invite to the Discord. Okay. General support. There you go. Maybe one big blind, but not even one big blind. I'm not sure. Like I might even fold the big blind. I think here pocket sixes. I would just jam one. Everybody with 100 deep. So yeah, I think that one big blind I might call, but even though I think even against one big blind I might overfold. What can you also do? You can overraise like kind of a lot, but you have to pick like the hands very carefully. So maybe you want to use some 8-6, 8-5. So hands that block his nutted hands that he might trap with. I mean betting small with, or yeah, choose or you could, if you know that against a certain sizing he will overfold his ace-x, you can just overdo it. Like even take some trash hands and yeah, raising. Okay, just let me take a look. Discord. Here we just fold. Here, I'll just fold. I mean, my hand is just trash. Nothing I can do with it. Exploitatively flatting here, because I think he might just be range betting, and I just flat the flop with 2 overs, and the river I'm just going to overbet this one. Yeah, he's just range betting. Okay, against the recreational, queen 10 is just a check back. Then we have 2 value bets. River, I still think I have a value bet. Just going big here with pocket jacks. Actually, 10-10 blocks his ace-10, which is one of his strongest ace-x there, so I don't mind raising that one, but you have to go quite big, like 30 blinds and something. I'm sure at low stakes you can overdo it, no problem. The only thing is that, like when you are playing against a certain guy over and over, like I'm playing against the same guys, the problem is that at some point they will catch up. So when I'm raising there, I want to use the best hand, so when we get to showdown, they will see a decent hand. So for example, good bluff raises against river probes are revert pairs, because revert pairs block his 2 pair and sets most of the time, so you block the nuts. So I think those hands could be good raises. Here we'll go ahead and raise straight away. With ace-5, with ace of diamonds. I'm blocking his 5-7, I'm blocking his continues. Here on the turn, I think, just betting small. I'm still bluffing this hand. And river, I'm just going to bet big here. Looking to fold out over pairs. Even deuce X, I think he can fold on the river. I'm blocking his nut flushes, which is fine. . 10-8 here, checking, high frequency check on this board, multi-way, even in single raise spots also high frequency check, and we just fold. Okay, let's this be the last 2 hands and we'll wrap it up. We 3-bet pocket 7s. I think he 3-bets. He called 4-bets quite big for this stack depth. So he might have like ace king off, ace queen off, looking to deny some equity when he's raising. So I think aces would raise smaller and kings. So I might run into ace king and ace queen quite often. So I don't mind jamming pocket 7s. Okay, let's jam this time. I'll go with my feeling. Nice, 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 nice. Thanks everyone for joining today's stream, and see you in February.